Hello and welcome to Satan's Hollow on the Commodore 64, and this was a coin-op conversion of the 1981 Bally Midway coin-op, as you can read there. And this was an official Commodore game and was released in 1984. And let's get started. So, yep, it's a shoot 'em up, and I mean, I'm not sure the complete details of the scenario, but I guess you're in hell and you've got to fight your way out. You take on Satan and a couple of his minions, and it's fairly similar, I guess, to sort of Phoenix. Those sort of games. Initially, you've only got one shot, and what you do is you can pick up pieces of bridge, so a little girder thing there, and you can carry them to the right hand side of the screen. And once you've managed to bridge that sort of fiery chasm, it takes you to a little screen at the sides, the other side of that castle or that cliff. And there you can shoot the demonic creature to try and get another shot. So I think you can have up to 3 shots. So I need another piece of bridge, and you've got to keep shooting these attack waves, otherwise the pieces of bridge don't appear. And like sort of Phoenix, you can pull back to activate your shield. You can see there's a counter at the bottom, it says shield 15, but it goes down pretty fast. Oops. So here we are at the other screen where we can try and get another shot, and the quicker you shoot this chap here, the more bonus points you get. But obviously it's quite hard when you've only got one shot. And there we go. So now I can fire 2 shots. So, like lots of coin-ops back then, especially shoot 'em ups, they tended to have displays that were more sort of portrait than landscape, and this is a good example of that. So, when it's been converted, it tends to the display is much wider, and it sort of takes a bit longer to travel all the way over to the other side of the screen. It didn't seem to be quite as long in the coin-op version. But otherwise, it's actually quite a faithful version. I never played the coin-op back in the day, but I played it on, I think it was Midway Arcades Treasures or something like that, on the Xbox 360. I had a compilation of those sort of games, and this was one of them. And I didn't play it much at first, but eventually I did give it a go, and I was actually quite hooked on it for a while. It's quite a decent arcade game. I think maybe the setting helps as well. It's a bit different from your usual sort of space-themed shoot-em-ups, even if the action is fairly similar, apart from the bridge building antics. I mean, graphically it's fairly similar. I think the coin-op is obviously a bit less blocky, and maybe a bit more colours on it. But actually, the C64 version is not bad at all graphically. Is that an extra life? Not sure. Yeah, graphically it's fairly decent. Oh, I think it'll just take me back now. Yeah, so I missed. Oops. You've got to watch this chap. He does breathe a bit of fire. He turns up after every two attack waves. I think this guy turns up, and I can't remember. They've all got names like Lucifer and the Devil and things like Old Nick, that sort of thing. But the coin-op version does detail who they are. But yeah, the C64 version, a track sequence doesn't detail it, I think. Oof. There we go. Yep, so I'm a bit out of practice. I mean, the difficulty level is probably about the same as the coin op. The coin op can get quite busy in terms of the enemies on screen, but on this version it doesn't get too cluttered. But I think there's a little sort of high-res overlay on that guy there. So for a 1984 game, that's quite interesting to see sort of high-res overlay on a game of this age. Oh, he's getting bigger there as it went on. There's actually quite a few enemies on screen there. And you can see some of them drop sort of little fire bombs. Yeah, you've got to be careful of them. And there's also enemies that swoop down and try and carry off your extra lives if you've got any, but I don't have any left. Now, I might let this guy just carry on for a bit. He does seem to get bigger. I don't remember that in the coin op, but it must have been, I suppose. Yeah, you see he gets bigger. Oh, yeah, then he just disappears. Yeah, so you can see those fireballs there. Oh, I may have got an extra life just in time. Yep, so that's Satan's Hollow for you. It's a pretty good conversion of a pretty good coin op. It's definitely worth giving it a go if you like shoot 'em ups, especially these sort of old school shoot 'em ups. Even the high score table is presented in a sort of portrait, a landscape rather than portrait. Yep, if you like these sort of old school shoot 'em ups and you've never played this, give it a go. So I'll give this 7.5 out of 10. I think it's pretty good fun. I mean, obviously there's not much variety in it, but it'll definitely keep you entertained for a while. Right, so 7.5 out of 10 for Satan's Hollow, and see you in the next video.